camera.
Who's our audience?
What was the first question?
Whoever watches.
Yes.
All right, so
What do you think of science? Or
Yeah.
you want to do something cooler?
Well, what else will we ask?
Feeling a little on the spot here.
Well,
Do you have a microphone?
now
What do you think of science?
We have this one.
Americans seemingly have a fixation with science. Science fiction comics, books, TV shows, and movies have become a part of our modern mythology, replacing Greek gods and mythical beings. According to a 2011 survey, 74% of Americans claimed that teaching proper science is very important, while only 2% claimed it was not too important. Yet this supposed love of science has not translated in modern classrooms.
I don't think they're prepared enough. No.
I feel like I haven't learned much in my high school, and I came to college, I learned way more than I did in high school.
In college, science, if your major is science, it is taught well,
Colleges definitely, they always challenge you.
but I think it depends on the high school that you go to.
According to the 2012 edition of the State of State Science Standards, a yearly report on science education, only 34% of fourth graders tested reached proficient in science, with the results being worse for later grades. Only 30% of eighth graders and 21% of 12th graders reached proficient. Many find themselves scratching their heads asking what has caused this poor state in science education. Some say it's a matter of the way classes are taught.
I think it's important, probably boring for most people, but it's necessary.
Do you like science?
I love science.
Students who claim that science is boring and doesn't apply to anything that they're actually going to be used are probably sitting in a lecture type classroom. The students just being presented with the topic in a book or being presented with the topic by a lecture and then perhaps an experiment to support the topic.
Others believe it's a matter of how science is viewed.
I think that a lot of the education and media and the whole society does a tremendous disservice to science because people think that science is a big old body of facts, that scientists are all you ever hear about is them trying to cure diseases, or you go to science fairs and they have them build bridges. That's not science, that's engineering. And I don't think most people who come here really have any idea what science even is. You do science when you try to solve what is not known. There's nothing wrong with building a bridge. That's what engineers do, not what scientists do. The physics behind why a bridge stays up is part of science, but that's part of the foundation that you have later on become a scientist, where your major job is to find out things that we don't know yet. People have this crazy idea that they can teach both sides of, say, the global warming debate and let the children decide. They're not qualified to decide. Unless you're a physicist or a chemist, a scientific meteorologist, you're not qualified to decide. You flat out cannot understand what's going on in this problem. There are things about which you are not allowed to have opinions on. What is 1 + 1? And if you say, my opinion is that's 3, what you have is not an opinion, you're just wrong. Make sense?
If so many problems with science education exist, what can be done about it? We asked our interviewees about some of the most practical things that can be done about this problem.
More math to begin with. That sort of flavor, I think, to divorce science from bridge building and robot building, and in other words, take it out of engineering and make it what it really is about, which is, I mean, the Supreme Court has defined it. Science is what scientists do, period, end of story. How do scientists do? They learn. Okay.
When a student or a person is actively engaged in their learning, they learn better and they retain more of the information. Students that are engaged in inquiry-based lessons are presented with relevant ideas that are applicable to their lives. They can see that that's the beauty of the inquiry-based lesson, is that the students can see how relevant it is to their life, and they're studying topics that interest them. And it's student-led in that it's the children's questions and curiosities that lead the instruction. When the teacher presents them with an idea, the teacher is there to help guide the learning and make sure that they head in the right direction with their research and their inquiries.
Clearly, we can't give them some project in particle physics to go solve because they're, say, high school kids. But what needs to be taught is that that's what scientists do, rather than build robots and bridges.
In essence, science education has not only been erroneously taught as a set of facts or a subject, but has been taught in such a way that makes it boring and irrelevant to students. The ideal science classroom would teach students that science is essentially about learning through lessons that use the student's interest as a starting point. If we could apply these changes, perhaps the quality of our science education would match our love for it.
What do you think of science?
It's great.
Science is very important.
It's great to discover new things.
I'm a nursing major, so science is my life. That's all of my classes.
Science?
Science.
Science is the best thing in the world.
Thank you very much.
You bet.
I really appreciate it.
You bet.
Thank you for watching. This has been, I don't even know what we're calling it. This has been Science Education, whatever.